We're gonna show you how to install bypass into heating system. This is Honeywell bypass that opens the water flow when the pump works and all circuits are closed. You see the white plastic and spring, which are opened the hole under the water pressure. Unfortunately, bypass wasn't installed by plumber who swapped our cylinder and moved it to the loft. We have a sealed system, and bypass maintains sufficient water flow through the boiler to ensure that the overheat thermostat doesn't operate under normal conditions. Here we show the main nodes of our system, which will be involved in bypass installation. What we actually have: we need to cut two pipes and install bypass between pump and 3-port valve. Now we demonstrate the water hammer effect that appeared when central heating switched to water heating. This is a water hammer effect. To assemble bypass node, we use compression fitting because the installation is cheaper, quicker and safer. No need to solder, flux or gas burner, but you need the compression rings, one for each disassembled joint. If you use old rings, you need to apply joint compound to avoid leakage. It's ready to install bypass node. Using pipes, we adjust it to the necessary length that will be enough to install bypass between pumps and valve. When you have assembled bypass, you can easily define where to cut the pipe and how far the valve will be moved. You see, we need to lift up the pipe with 3-port valve and locate the bypass between pump and valve. The next step, drain down the water system. It's under the pressure. Check that filling point is closed, but there is some pressure into the system. Then turn off the boiler. Now boiler is on. Shut down the power. And check the indicator is off. This is a scheme of our heating system in the house. Bypass will be installed on the upper floor. Thus, we could drain down system till the installation point. No need to drain down entire system. As the water contains heating liquid, we avoid to pour down all water. Lowest point of the heating system on the ground floor. Attach a length of the hose to this drain valve of the toilet radiator and secure it. Run the other edge of the hose to the suitable drain off point outside the toilet bowl. Open the drain valve by turning the square head with a spanner. Pour in some water out of radiator. And check the pressure in the system has decreased. You see. To drain down the both heating water pipes and heating system, we open 2-port valve, presence of unvented cylinder, and switch 3-port valve into middle mode when hot water and heating system are both opened. Then depressurize the upstairs radiator as it still has some pressure. And then try to open 3-port valve. If there is still some water at this level, close valve and repeat the step of pouring water in the toilet downstairs. You see, we just repeated. And check again a 3-port valve. There will be no water. And then you could remove 3-port valve. Actuator might be removed, it has a lock. Use some bucket or bowl as there is some water inside the valve, you see. Then you could cut the pipe in that place where bypass will be installed. Write the 3-port valve with additional pipe in that place where bypass will be installed. You need two different range to tighten the compression couplers in the next step. You see. When everything has done, you may open the water, turn on the tap gently and ensure there is no leakage and pressure is going up. In case of leakage, tighten compression couplers. We use tissue or paper to check leakage between the pipe and couplers. A bypass Honeywell is supplied with installation instruction. It's brief instruction in the system which combi boiler and system with cylinder. This graph illustrates how to calculate pressure for bypass valve. To define the settings, you need to know the minimal water flow in the heating system and pump speed. These figures are used to define the pump head using pump's instruction. When you know the pump speed and pump head, you're able to define the bypass setting on the second graph. In our system, pump speed is 3. Minimal flow according boiler instruction is 540 liters per hour. Then we found instruction for our pump and defined the pump head on the graph, which is about 5 meters. That was converted in millibar. It's about 490 millibar. Then, using the second graph in bypass instruction, we defined the settings, which is about 3 and 3 1/2. This pressure was set up on bypass.